on my way to bed with my phone in my hand, like always. And why did I stumble up on a Twitter beef, a Twitter war between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B? I saw it coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Like Nicki is Nicki. Like, listen, a lion does not listen to the opinion of sheets. If you are that girl, like, I'm just gonna ask that question first of all to start this off. Nicki, why are you worried about Cardi B and what Cardi B has going on? She sold less than you. She did sell less than you. Laugh and mumble and cackle to yourself with your homies at home, with your husband. Do a little ranting and raving, but come on, you cannot be this bothered. You cannot be this bothered, girl. And always, Nicki, remember this. Every time they come for you, they're going to use that husband of yours against you and your brother. Real talk. I would. But y'all get into this. So I don't even know I don't even know where it started or where it began. All I know is Nicki Minaj is trending. All I know is Cardi B is going in. JT has made a has also okay. All right. Ken Barbie is also joining the chat. This is too funny. Real talk. Let me see. So right now, Nicki is trending at #1. And Barney B. Nicki called Cardi B Barney B. You guys see it on my thumbnail. Why would she call her Barney B? Nicki needs help. Hey, Doreen, how are you doing? Y'all, have you guys been to Twitter? Are you guys on X right now? Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are at it again. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. Okay. Let me go to Instagram real quick. I don't. I don't even know what made me go to Twitter for real. Hi, girl. What's up, Gigi? Have you been to Twitter? You guys see what's going on over there on Twitter? On the X? Mm. I'm gonna go through a few of these tweets. I doubt you know me from high school. Now, why would you think you know me from high school? Let me go to your page, since you're trolling me. Let me see. You don't even have a real pic, so I know you don't know me from high school. If you knew me from high school, you would have a real picture. I look similar. Who do I look similar to? Let me see. My girl Yo Yo is still live. She is not playing. I'm gonna go over there in a minute too. Oh, that's not me. I knew it wasn't me. I knew I wasn't me. I knew I wasn't me. Okay. It's all good. What are you up to tonight? Are you checking out the Cardi and Nicki Minaj beef? Are you seeing what's up with that? And I don't want to do that. Let me see. Oh, that's weird. Why can't I go to what I have going on right now? That's weird. Very weird. Okay, so anyway, Am I married yet? No, I'm divorced. But let me get back to my live. Let me get back to my chat. Okay. Let's go over to X and let's see where did all this shit begin at? Why did Nicki even start tweeting her? I guess she's up late. I don't know. I don't know. First of all, choose your fighter, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. I'm gonna say right now, Cardi B is on top. Cardi B's album, dare I say it, it was pretty good. She has some. Cardi has some bops on her latest album. I'm gonna give her that. Um, Cardi, yeah, Party came out swinging for Cardi. But Cardi came out swinging. She was not playing with this rollout. She was willing to do whatever she needed to do to get as many sales as possible. And you know what? I love that for her. Cardi came out. Cardi did not come to play. She did the meet and greet. She did the she did the Instagram and the YouTube and the TikTok shorts. She was doing everything. She was doing little skits out there on the street, in the subways, rats everywhere on the subways. She was not playing. She was going to sell that album. Twerking, dropping it like it's hot. She must have. How many people's hands did she shake? Ain't no way. I would have did that while I was pregnant. She's doing this interview, that interview on every podcast. She wanted it. She wanted it bad. Um, I like Nicki. I love me some Nicki. If I gotta choose, and I asked my niece is a lot younger than me, and I said, whose concert would you want to go to if you could go to any concert? Nicki or Cardi B? And my niece was like, I feel like I would I feel like I would enjoy more songs from Nicki. And when I had to think about it, I would too. I like Cardi's new album better than Nicki's um, last album, right? Their last two albums, I would say I like Cardi's the best. However, if I'm going to be at a concert paying my good money to go see somebody live, I want to go see somebody who can actually rap and who has bars, and that's not Cardi, you know. But at the same time, I feel like Cardi's younger. I feel like she would be a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's so hard. But let me go to Armand Wiggins' page because Nicki has been tweeting and deleting. Okay. She's been reposting all of her. Uh, she's been reposting all of her stats all day. She's such an egomaniac, for real. For real. Nicki says to every enabler, never provoke a writer when they're writing. You join the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now. 3/27/26. Nicki probably doesn't even have an album coming out in March 27/26. She said, rock bottom nation, rock inflation, Rico nation, you failed. Let the reindeer games begin. She is hot at Jay-Z for allowing the clearance of imaginary players. She is hot. She is too pissed at Jay-Z for that. She also retweeted, Nicki Minaj retweeted, despite false reports, Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper to have an album cross 200K units first week this decade. They're saying that Cardi actually didn't make 200K. And the reason why there was a delay on the numbers yesterday, on Billboard releasing the stats, they say that Cardi and her team were arguing Billboard down about the numbers because Cardi did not want, she knew she was going to get the number one, but she wanted to have at least 200K. Hey, Crystal's World, thanks for tuning in. What are you doing up? Actually, I was in bed, and that's why I need to put my phone on the other side of the room because I was in bed doom scrolling, and I saw Nicki Minaj and Cardi B is back at it. Ugh, they are back at it, y'all. They're both too old for this. They're both moms. Like Nicki, come on, you're like 40. Wait, how old is Nicki? Nicki's what? Let me check that. Let me check that real quick. Nicki Minaj. Before that, I took the IQ test, but I was falling asleep. But I was getting like the first six right on the Mensa app. uh, uh, Nikki is 42 years old, girl. Come on now. You almost old enough to be a grandma. Stop it, Nikki. Like, I just feel like Nikki has. A lot of people said Nikki is on something, and I have to question that. Like, I'm, I'm almost ready to believe it because if you are on top right now, Nikki, you are the number one to beat. You shouldn't be saying anything. You should let your sales speak for you. You should let your legacy speak for you. These people are trying to get to where you are at. And the only way they can have a chance of that is if you fight with them. Absolutely, Crystal's World. Hey KBSA, thanks for tuning in. Um, so I don't understand why she goes back and forth with people other than to just, I guess, stay relevant, to start trending. Because you gotta understand this, people like this stuff. I'm noticing that. Like people like the negative, they like the fighting, and for, to be honest, rap rap beefs are a part of hip hop. It has been that way since the inception of hip hop, and there's got to be a queen of rap. There has to be a king of rap. It's just like if you're a spelling bee, right? If you win the spelling bee and you're a champ, you knew all the words, right? It's just like if you're a best-selling author with hip hop, you have to have those bars, you have to have those lyrics, and now nowadays you have to have those streams and you have to have those sales, right? So that's what it is. But here are some of the tweets. Oh, and Cardi, I believe Cardi B is going to be 34. Her birthday is coming up. How do I know this? Because I'm nosy without even looking. I think her birthday is October 8th. Okay, I was close. October 11th. Oh, Cardi B's just 32. Oh, she will be 33. I thought she was already 33. So Cardi's, still young. I remember when I was 32, 33. Those were the days. I still would go back and forth with somebody. You know what? No, I didn't. No, I didn't because of my job and because I just was so bougie back then. I would have been caught dead arguing back and forth with somebody on social media. I would have been so humiliated. Yeah. Have you ever got into a Twitter beef, Crystal's World, or a Facebook beef? Have you ever beef with anybody on social media? I can tell you, you don't seem like the type that would, but you don't. You never know. You never know. Wait a minute, it's Papa Bear's birthday, and Nikki is sitting up on Twitter arguing with Cardi B. Come on, Nikki, come on. On your baby's birthday? That's crazy. So Nikki is trending at number one. And number five is Barney B. And Cardi B called Nikki Cocaine Barbie. By 32, you had calmed down. Unfortunately, I was just getting started because I had a beef with my husband's side chick. So I had a little baby beef with her, but I don't think we ever, like, we would be like inboxing each other back and forth like retards. But, yeah, I lived a colorful life. I've had a very colorful life, unfortunately. But I'm on Armand Wiggins, and he's doing the spaces. Let's see what they're talking about on our. Well, yes, I had to defend myself. I don't like arguing either. You know what? Especially like right now at this time in my life, like I have my peace. I had to lose my peace of mind to understand the full weight of my decisions. And arguing is just negative, and it just it's toxic. It puts toxic energy into your body, and it stops you from being able to sleep. It stops you from being able to be calm. And then all of a sudden, when you're anxious and depressed and you don't know why, and it's really because you've been engaging in stuff like that. So, um, yeah, but let's listen to Armand for a minute. Let's see what Armand is talking about. Crystal. Crystal, when I was younger, I would slap a bit real quick without even thinking about it. But by the time I got like 32, I have gone past that. I like to read somebody for filth. That's my superpower. I can read somebody for filth. I can get down to the nitty gritty and make them hate me for life. But I've learned not to do that. Like, that's even worse because fighting someone, you fight, it's over with, that you might be mad or whatever, but you guys both got your licks in or whatever. If you beat her up or whatever, then she might be mad or whatever. Might want to get you back, might want a rematch, whatever. But as time goes on, that girl might be like, yeah, she got with me. She gave it to me or whatever. I got to give her that. But that's it. If you say something to somebody like I have been prone to do that cuts them, they'll never get over that. They'll hate you for life for saying something to them. So, yeah, I grew up from that. I don't like having to pray for forgiveness for somebody else. So, I like to cut people off. But like outside the home chick, I never had to get into it with people like, you know, especially somebody I don't even know that. I didn't even know that lady. Like we were recently in the same room for the first time ever because of our children. We were in the same room. Like, why are you spamming my chat? Like, let me get you out of here. Cause you're not about to do that. Like real talk. Let me put the spam and report you. Cause I don't just read I don't just block. I get you out of here. You have to make a new page to come back. Mm-mm. Putting all those damn spams in my chat. Who do you think you are? You thought you was gonna live like that? Mm-mm. But here's Armand. Let's see what he's talking about. Let me turn him up.
Seem like she's not your peer. You don't want to be compared to her. Girl, that was the whole thing. That's what the whole That's career is based off of. April. That's what she said to me in April, boo. She was coming to outsell, boo. Bro, this is what you had uglier than and all the girls, and this is what this whole thing was about. First of all, and JT really ate it up because she was like, girl, if it wasn't about being compared, where is the celebration live, the party, the video, the where's the bragging? Where you got number one after fucking 7 years. Where's the energy? Cause she lied. They gotta thank you for saying a retweet. Because if she would have sold Nicki, you did 229, she would have been gagging on Twitter. People didn't appreciate the whole Bigfoot thing, but just like Bigfoot stuck to Megan, Barney V is gonna stick to Cardi. Just like Baby Bob stuck to Little Kim. Now they all got something stuck to them. A joke. A fucking joke. Hey, yo, Baby Bob.
Now, do you agree with Armand? Do you think that Cardi B's career is based off of her beef with Nicki Minaj? I would say yes in some ways, right? I don't think that Cardi on her own is like talented at rapping. Um, Cardi has a lot of writers. I don't even think I think Cardi just started rapping as a byproduct of her fame, right? She had a lot of Instagram followers. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and I think rap was just like a natural gravitation to being able to exploit her new fame, right? A lot of You see a lot of this happening with social media stars. They've never been a singer before, they've never acted, they never done anything other than whatever it is they do in their day to day life. They pick up a camera and they are able to amass a lot of followers, and then um, next thing you know, they're 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 selling books, they're selling music, or whatever. And I'm not hating the player or the game. I would do the same thing. Like, I, that's actually what you're supposed to do. A lot of people want to get a social media following so that they can get monetized on YouTube or on TikTok, or at most they want to be able to get sponsorships and brand deals. But the gag is, and the game is, once you get to the top, once you get those millions of followers, then you got to have something to sell them, because those followers actually want to buy that stuff from you. They want your merch. They want your books. You have, if once you get to a million subscribers or followers, you actually are amassing supporters, right? So I think that's the one thing they miss. Cardi was absolutely blessed, and I think that's why it took a while for her to come out with another album. I feel like the hits wasn't there. She had hit singles, and then the extra singles that she came out with after that, they just weren't performing the way that she and her label may have wanted them to, right? And after a while, she just had to come out with an album because she couldn't keep stalling. And it's like this: if Cardi's albums don't do well, if they don't chart high, then everything else crumbles, because her ability to rap and sell albums is the is basically why how she's able to get those deals, right? Go on tour. If she's unsuccessful as an artist, everything else goes away. It's absolutely true. And the same thing for Nicki. If Nicki lets Cardi or anybody take her spot, she'll be like Drake. So she's right to fight for her spot. If Nicki lets Cardi take her spot, she'll be like Drake. And I guess Nicki's like, I'm not about to do that at all. And I don't blame her. I mean, this is her legacy we're talking about. So go for it. Let me tweet that. If Nicki Minaj doesn't defend her throne, she will be the next Drake. Because Drake didn't really believe that Kendrick could take his spot. Drake is an international star. Kendrick is still touring as I say these words. He's been touring for 6 months straight. He did the US tour, then he's in Europe, and now he's in, I think last he was in Mexico with 65K people at his concert. You know what I mean? So if Kendrick could topple Drake from his throne, then Cardi definitely has the ability to knock Nicki down a couple of pegs or two. And it'll be Ja Rule and 50 Cent all over again. If you cannot defend your crown with during a rap beat, it's over for you. It's over. And Nicki has been at this for a long time anyway. Nicki and Drake. Nicki and Drake have been in the game for 15 years. That's a long time. A rap career is generally about 5 to 7 years, if that. maybe 2 or 3 albums. Nicki is going on her sixth album, right? And Cardi's already with 7 years. Cardi's already surpassing the length of a career of a rap career. Good night, Crystal. Thanks for tuning in. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at, so I know it's late wherever you are. Are you in Cali or where are you at? Go to bed and get you some rest because I know you're gonna do your live early in the morning. I'll be up. I go to sleep and not early, late and wake up early. But let's head back over to Armand's channel. Let's go over there and see what's good with Armand. Okay, let's turn it up.
This whole thing that Cardi B talking about Nicki Minaj going around to doctors or whatever like that trying to get pregnant, that was with McMill.
I mean,
yes, because the Percocets.
I mean, so that was but my thing is, that's nothing wrong with that. She was an older woman trying to get pregnant. How did she know that?
Bitch. No shade, bitch. Just because you've been around Meek Mill 4 or 5 fucking years ago, bitch, and he told you that, but Nicki hate train don't mean shit. She don't got tea on bitches like that for real. She got old ass tea.
But my thing is, that's normal for an older woman that's trying to get pregnant. It's normal for her having to do stuff like that. Okay, but guys, not saying Nicki's old, but she's an older woman trying to get pregnant, and she don't have to do that.
But what are you guys talking about? Nicki got pregnant the first time she tried.
I mean, Cardi got pregnant by, a DL man, so.
She just had a meeting recently with Roc Nation. But so the Desiree bitch is probably giving her tea.
The thing is that she couldn't even come up with her own fucking drag.
No, she do because Nicki, bro, I don't think you listen, but Nicki one time on Queen Radio said she could find an older lady, and that was her.
Oh, you think that was the older lady?
Yes, I think Nicki said it.
You think Nicki was confiding in Desiree?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't think so.
She said it on a Queen Radio, like.
Queen Radio back on like Apple Music days?
No, she said it on that other app, the Amazon app.
The thing is that literally with everything going on, she could the bird couldn't even come up with her own drag. That's the funny part. She couldn't even come up with her own drag. You had to take the queen's drag and try to make it into her own thing, and that proves the point that you're not original. You're not even coming up with your own shit. You literally copy and pasting, and it's even worse.
Even the Bia roast, when she roasts Bia, it was stolen from Twitter tweets or something.
She didn't roast no goddamn body no more.
Nobody's
listening to that.
Right? Nobody cares that she dissed Bia. Like, Bia is anybody to be dissing. That's what I'm saying. If she would have had a Nicki diss track or any other diss track to a big female rapper, nobody care about you dissing Bia.
No, but the thing is that that's my point.
Okay, guys, look what I see in a double
She can't even come out and she wants to talk about how she's in love with the music and she's in love with the craft, right? You can't even come out and just put out music for music. You always got to involve some you say you the fucking drama. You always got to involve some type of drama with it just to get some type of recognition. If you really a artist,
she
or
used
if
her
you really
pregnancy as a rollout.
Right, my point.
I will never respect that lady for that. Nobody should use their pregnancy as a rollout.
If you really she
I
said,
want to see if there are any Cardi B fans.
No, listen. Look,
girl, they is hiding out.
They hiding.
They are
embarrassed, Armand. They are embarrassed. They're embarrassed.
They embarrassed at that 199.6K. They embarrassed.
Raise your hand if you're a Cardi B fan. I'm gonna
bring them up. I'm trying to swing. Bring them up. I'm trying to bang. Bring them up. Bring them up. I'm trying to bang. Bring them up.
They still got fans.
No, you just be bringing anything up here sometimes.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm fair. I'm a fair person, bitch.
I'm not no fair bitch.
All right, I won't be fair. I'm gonna just bring up the Cardi people because we need to talk to them.
Yeah, I'm trying to swing. Bring them up.
They're scared, shook,
panicking. Wait, Paris, get up here, girl.
No, because I want them to explain that 199.6K. Explain that. Explain that.
No, because them bitches.
What happened? What happened?
That bitch was on the fucking New York train passing out free
ask them what happened. Nah, what happened to you remember when everybody was on the timeline talking about we about to sell 400K. We about to sell 400K. What happened to that?
I think
Them
Paris
bitches was
out
saying 1
here.
million K.
I think
What happened to
Paris
them
out
talking about they was
here.
gonna sell 400 to 300K? What happened? Oh, it's quiet.
Okay.
Right.
They are embarrassed. I'm telling you, Armand. They don't even got
Who's
something to
embarrassed?
hide.
Okay, I just want to say this. Let's clock how Cardi goes for everybody else. She dogs and drags for the other girl.
Tell them.
When it
Thank
comes
you.
to Nicki,
Yes, I
She
think.
can.
Whack her.
She
Whack
can.
her.
She can.
she's a victim every time it comes to
Every
She's not a
single
victim,
time,
boo.
and
I'm
that's
sorry.
Yeah,
the
she
one thing.
victimized herself.
That's what
No,
And
she
that's
didn't.
exactly why I can never
Oh, Jay,
respect
that
her,
Trey up
even
in
at the
here.
end of
Oh,
the
Trey.
day.
Yes,
Is
it
a
is.
bitch that's gonna throw some stones,
It's
and
a
that's
Barty
gonna
gang member
hide
up
their
in here, y'all.
hands.
It's a Barty gang member up in here. Hold on. So, Trey, how do you feel about tonight's, events? Do you feel like your bitch lost the rap battle? The rap
The
Twitter
battle's not
battle?
done.
The freestyle?
The battle's not done yet, and I do feel like they both got a couple whacks in.
You think the
It is
battle
what it
isn't over
is.
yet? Because Cardi B did
What
it
do you mean the
outsell.
battle's not
Well,
over?
Cardi B
It's
did
not
it
over.
outsell PF too, so I think
No.
the war is over. I think the
Ask
battle
him
was
what.
Spotify.
So elaborate on is not over. Elaborate on that.
This no, it's not over. That's all I have to say.
So you can't elaborate.
And I
Got
just
it.
love she never acknowledged the fact.
One
First
thing
of all,
about
she
Trey,
keep
Trey
bringing
that
up,
nigga for real.
she
Cause
keep
Trey gonna
bringing
come
up
up at any
Jelani
different
and
time
everything else.
defend his fave. I fucks with him for that.
She keep bringing up Jelani and everything else,
Girl,
but
who the
she's
fuck
not
is Jelani?
acknowledging
She
the
a
fact
pedophile.
that
Yo, she's a rapist herself. When she talking
she's
about how
not
she drugged
acknowledging
men
the
and shit
fact
in
that
hotel
her
rooms, like
Ain't her
homeboy
daddy a pedophile too?
and her boyfriend
Her dad is not
her
actually a
boyfriend is a
pedophile.
pedophile, and
That's
she was
not
defending him on
convicted.
Twitter. She was
That's
just
not
defending
convicted.
Stephon Diggs.
Because neither woman
That's
are both
allegedly.
with men. That's not like good. So that's
But
not
it's
a
even
good
the
thing.
fact that.
Well,
But
one
it's,
is actually convicted of rape. The other one is,
but it's the fact that she can
Wait,
never
wait, wait,
come
wait,
at
wait. So for
Nicki
Kim
herself.
Barbie,
Let's not go sexual assault for
Nicki's always
Well, we can.
All right, so that's what's being talked about. The rap beef, I mean, they're using essay to sling dirt at each other, like with the men that they're dating. That it's crazy that these highly successful women, these famous rappers at the top of their game, arguably Nicki is number one, Cardi is number two. If we compare sales, if we compare longevity, if we, really compare the two. But they're also mothers, right? And both of them are with men who were accused of doing disgusting things to women or teenage women, right? So where they get off throwing that mud at each other, you guys are both in the same position. Cardi, your new man has been accused of some BS. Nicki, your man went to jail for some BS. Okay. Hey, Coach Mean Ring, what's going on with you? What are you doing up so late? You're in NY, right? You're on the East Coast. So it's like gotta be like one for you. I'm up late too. But I'm unpacking this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef. As shown on the thumbnail, Cardi B is calling Nicki Minaj uh, cocaine Barbie. And Nicki Minaj is calling Cardi B Barney B. And both of those are trending right now on Twitter. So, you know what? YouTube won't let people write anything in my chats. Like every other uh, chat, they're blocking. That's crazy. Girl, I'm in the bed but wanted to show some love. Now, what's wrong with saying that? Thank you for showing me some love. I appreciate it. This is the second time this week you've been over on my chat. We've been missing each other, huh? I've been a busy bee over here, but I try to make my rounds as well. Um, Cardi B looks good on that cover with the crow. They absolutely, you know what? They will not collaborate because the mystique, the whole fanfare, they have separate bases. I don't think they would ever collaborate. It would be like a thing with like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Remember how, and this was in the 90s, and these are R&B singers, but remember how the media used to pit uh, Whitney Houston against Mariah Carey, and they kept that going for some years, maybe like almost a decade, because I think, let me see, Whitney, and I like that song, When You Believe. That's a beautiful song. Their song must have came, I want to say came out in 1998. Yep, it came out in 1998 for the Prince of Egypt. So, and I think Mariah came out in 1990, right? So for almost a decade, you had rumblings of, or you heard rumblings of Whitney and Mariah going, not liking each other, right? And then finally they did a song together. And then remember when they were on MTV and they did a little bit where they were kind of mockingly arguing about a dress, because there was always this it wasn't really talked about, but it was supposed to be like a baby beef between Whitney and Mariah. So when they came out with a song, it was a big deal. It's silly for sure when you're our age, we look at things like this, but the youngins love the rap beef, and rap beef is a part of hip hop. And like I said, Cardi has Barty Gang, which is her big fan base. Nicki Minaj has the Barbs, which is her huge fan base, and you know, um, I think they wouldn't collaborate because their fan bases wouldn't like it. I think that for sure. The fans love being able to go back and forth and battle this thing out back and forth, right? You remember that? Yeah, it was cute. I love that song. Yeah, they did their thing with that. And I know Mariah's probably happy she got to do that with her. Because Whitney didn't do like a lot of um, collabs, period, right? Whitney does not have a lot of collaboration songs. I still remember watching that on MTV. That's when award shows used to be exciting. They don't have that now. Nicki Minaj is taking the A B C D E F G verse from Cardi's. It's I think it's Magnet. Cardi says A B C D E F G. None of you can mess with me, something like that. And everybody was on her about that bar. Ice Spice is joining in it. JT has said a few words. hmm So they're just going back and forth, and it's all playing out on Twitter. Um, Nikki held it in for as long as she could. Nikki's been quiet while Cardi's rollout has been going on. I guess she didn't want to. Nikki is obsessed. I feel like Nikki's defending her throne, real talk, because if Nikki doesn't defend her throne, she can end up like Drake. And Cardi has been throwing shots at her. Cardi did a song with Young Thug, and basically she said, "You were laughing at me, but my man cheated, and your man is putting hands on you." So she said a couple of things to, you know, throw a few jabs at Nikki. A lot of people say don't do it, but I feel like she kind of has to, or else otherwise she's just gonna go into oblivion. She has to do this sparring match with Cardi B. It's good for both of them. It's good for both of their bottom line. Honestly, I mean, it's negative and it's toxic, and it's ugly to witness, but it's just like, and like people have always liked to watch train wrecks. Like think about in the Roman times, right? When they would have like the what were they called? Like the battles or whatever. And you know, it would be one man has to, only one man could win. One man was going to be taken out, and they had to fight until the end. And then you had, at the Coliseums and things like that, and you had to win or you were out of here. And people like to see that type of bloodshed. That's crazy. That's what Cardi said. She said, your peers are, she tried to say Rihanna, Taylor Swift, and Drake, but you sell way less than them. But her peers would be rappers. I guess Nicki Minaj, you know. But Drake didn't sell that many either. He sold like 267K. He sold less than 300,000. The last big rap album was Kendrick Lamar, and I think he sold 350,000. Let me check to be sure. Okay. Kendrick Lamar, GNX. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Kendrick Lamar, GNX, first week sales. So 319K. That's what Kendrick Lamar had the first week. Jesus Loves You Too, Lisa. Thank you for the reminder. So I think that's the highest rap album. You know what? Let me report them. Okay, we got them out of here. Just crazy. Let's do that. I had a hip hop. Let me know what you want to collab on. My email is actually in my. Let me make sure. I think it's in there because I did switch it around. Let me make sure real quick. I don't know who's Angel. What is her screen name or her username or whatever. And we could do that. We can schedule that real quick if you want. I'm always down for a healthy debate or a panel. I think the panels are always fun because you get to give different perspectives as well as um, network and get different followers together, right? Let me see. Angel B. Okay, I'm gonna look her up right now and see. So yeah, you can. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I have my business email on there. cdhoward@cdarrellhoward.com. Um, Let me know if you have any trouble with that email. I think somebody said that they tried to email me and it kept bouncing back. I don't know why I did that. So I might just put let me do that right now where I'm at it. Let me change that around because there shouldn't be any problem with my email. I paid for a year, but you never know. So let me just change it to my other email real quick until I check that out. I got so much going on. All right. I got C. Darrell at gmail.com. So whenever you have time, just email me how you would like to do this and what the topic is or something like that. And, if you want to debate or if you just want how you want to do it, just let me know. And I think a Friday night or a Saturday night around 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern, I don't know if you think of a better time would be better suited for you. We can also negotiate that or whatever, but definitely we can come up with a good topic. So I'll look forward to that, Coach. Let me see. Okay. Well, it is working. I'm going to change it back because somebody just told me that they emailed me. So, but yes, guys, that's what it is right now. I see it's 5 of you in here now. Don't be shy. Go ahead and hit the like button because I know all 5 of you did not hit that like button. And you could do that for me. Now 2 people want to leave. Like, that is so crazy. Like, when you be like, hit the like button, they'll just be like, let me get up out of here. Y'all so funny. Y'all too funny. Um, Let me check that email real quick, as a matter of fact. I got to be up to 12 anyway. I got to check some stuff out. I got to check the traps. Okay. Mm, okay. A lot of spam in my email box. Ugh. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, I got one more like that. What's up? That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about what up though, sis? Do you see them? Go to bed. Listen, I was gonna when I ended this, I'm like, yo, still up, let me go over there. Yo, how long was you on, sis? Your girl is monetized. You're gonna catch the replay. That's what's up. You know what? I was supposed to go live at 6:30 or at 6 o'clock, and I was over there with y'all. They were really mad at Peach. They are like really hot with her. Like, she has that. What's crazy is that girl has really, with all her negativity, with all her negative posts, with all her BS, she has stirred up and riled up people to the point where they just like want to see her fail big time. And I can't say that she don't deserve that, you know. But I just find it just like, I just find it crazy because she really gets people riled up. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do something to celebrate it. Actually, what happened was, I think it was Friday. Because remember, I've been telling you I got the hours, but they just need to update. So I knew I had the hours, like probably by last Monday. I knew I had enough hours. I was just waiting for it to update. So Friday, I was like, okay, like kind of nervous about it. Then Friday afternoon, I finally applied, and I was like, gonna message you. But I was like, no, let me wait until I get approved. Because what if I don't get approved? So they approved me for AdSense, and like I applied Friday night. I think by that morning, AdSense was approved, and so then it took from Saturday when I finally realized AdSense was approved, probably like Saturday evening until uh until this morning. Like I don't know exactly what time. I don't know what time it went through. But when I woke up this morning, I like swiped up on my notifications and it said, so first they did the I got approved for like the super chats and stuff like that. And then I know I already have the hours. I made over 4,000 hours in September alone. I did my big one. I did my big one. But I think earlier tonight when I was on the live, I was on the live before this one. I was telling everybody how you mentored me. You did such a good job because I'm going to tell you something. I did not believe I was going. You told me, you said, sis, you're going to get monetized this month. You doing it this month. And I was like, because I was just like, you know what? Let me just go for it. Let me just go all out. Let me just really do my thing. Let me do my big one. And I just kept doubling down. Whenever I seen what was working, I just kept doubling down. And then I think because I was doing the lives, kind of concentrating on the lives, and you told me, you were like, now do some videos too. Like the lives that are doing good, do a video. And when I did the video, like you saw the one, that one just was like out of the water. I got hundreds and hundreds of hours on that video. So, yeah, they just got to calculate the rest of them. And so I'm figuring tomorrow when I wake up, I'll be able to apply to have the videos monetized. You know what I mean? So, yep, I'm excited. I'm excited. You see, I'm up at what, 10:30 on the live. I was sleepy, but I was like, you know what? Let me get on this Cardi B live stuff and see what's going on with that. With 1.8K on which video? You know what? I am gonna do the shopping stuff. I just did my emojis. I've been running around all day. I still, they didn't give me shopping. I didn't see shopping. Why didn't I get shopping? You better start playing with me, YouTube. Let me see. Cause I was like, why didn't they say I could do the shopping thing? Um, green money signs next to the video. No, right now I can do memberships and supers, like the super chats, super thanks, super stickers. I should be able to tag. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for sure. But I got two members so far, my mama and mama three. So I can make more emojis now. Um, and then remember you have to do it's two different tiers. You can the first tier is you can do the super chats and you can do the memberships. The second tier you can monetize your videos. And so I just need 151 hours to be able to monetize the videos, and I have that. So probably tomorrow it'll update again and then I'll have that. So because we're still on September 24th. So still 5 days behind. Yes, I believe it was switch over tomorrow. So my videos I was supposed to and Mondays I already have a lot on my plate. I do a lot of driving around and I had a lot of appointments and different things to do today, so I didn't really get to do content. And this weekend I had a lot of stuff going on with my kids, so I didn't really get to do my videos because I have a lot of content planned. But I just got to sit down and like take a day But this week is I got so many things going on. I don't know. But I know I definitely want to do like I don't really want to do videos right now until I'm gonna get paid for them. So I mean I'll just do some lives here and there and try to get me some super chat change or some membership change. But and I've been slacking on my Facebook, so I'm gonna get a rhythm going over here with my content. I think I might do videos more because another thing I realize is that in trying to get my hours, the lives help to get the hours, but I feel like videos have more staying power. So I would rather do a bunch of videos one day and then just upload them throughout the week and then but doing videos can be challenging as well because you have to edit them and it's so much easier to just hop on live real quick, right? Yeah, they're all doing good, but you know, that sector is just so because I have different opinions sometimes and sometimes I just go against the grain because I might feel strongly about something. And when I said I didn't agree with that, like even on my page, they were like turning against me, like, I can't believe you agreeing with Peach. I'm like, I'm not agreeing with Peach. Actually, I don't agree with anything that she does. But they were like, shoot, you know, I feel like it's like Barty gang against Barb's, like it's like you either with us or against us. Which one? That's what make me stand out. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna do the videos and the lives because I have a lot of live content, and I think like on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 p.m. is kind of cool. And then I remember you saying like as the holidays come up, it's getting dark early as it gets cold. I think that I'm gonna start just making sure that I have a lot of content prepared because I do know that from being on Facebook as well during the holiday season, I always went viral. Like summer, it was always iffy, right? But when I was gonna go viral, or when I start making money, it's always from September through I want to say February when I made the most money on social media. I'm happy too. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. We did it. I gotta ask, am I one of your star pupils? Like not the biggest one, but am I like one of your success stories, one of your star pupils? Because your stuff works. Your encouragement. I mean, you just and I feel like, after this next go round, you got to up your price. You got to up your price. You get a couple of more people, you help a couple of more people to do their thing, and you got to up your price. Today's price is not yesterday's price, right? And add to your ebook, beef it up a little bit more this month, get it to like a few more pages or whatever, and or funnel it, like have that, like that could be like the beginning of. I'm not going to tell all my shit on here. I'm not about to tell all the tricks and the trades on here. I'm a private this. I get too chatty sometimes on here. Um, and the game is to be sold, not to be told. Real talk. But yeah, back to Cardi and Barbie. I'm over here on Armand Wiggins' X page, listening to their convo. They're making a lot of good points. Oh, but one of them didn't get monetized till she started working with you. That's excellent. That's excellent. I gotta get my paper up. Like um like I said, I have a lot of different topics, and I'm gonna probably spend October trying to see which times work best, like which videos work best. I kind of already know. Ooh, it was an accident. Oh wow, God be with them. I know which topics will work for sure, and I know which topics will kind of work. Absolutely, absolutely. This YouTube stuff is fun. I just don't like I don't like the one thing I don't like about I don't like I don't like negative energy, you know, and I know that with positive stuff it's going to come negative things too, but I don't like negative energy, you know? So, I mean, I left a whole job cuz of how they made me feel, you know? So, I don't ever want to do anything that's going to make me like not enjoy this stuff, you know? So, I got to figure out how I'm going forward. Vlogtober. Yep, I just talked about that on my not Vlogtober, but what I say owning October, but definitely but Vlogtober. What is that? A vlog every day? Is that like Vlogmas? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run up a bag, for real. You know I'm gonna get to the bag. I'm gonna get to the bag. Absolutely. You know what? My daughter was telling me that. She said, "Mom, like, this was yesterday. She said, like, it's gonna be that." She said, like, you gotta have this skin. You still up?
Yep, I just finished.
Finish? Oh, the clothes. Oh, your work, your work. She was like, you're mixing it up between vlogs and lives. Yo, yo. First of all, did you get 1,000 people in your chat? Oh, she just walked out. Yo, yo, did you have 1,000 people in your chat today? Like real talk. And then why did you get off? Because I saw that you had like 1,000 people in the chat, and then I seen you went to members only. For some reason, I be my card be updating it, and then it doesn't. So I gotta make sure I update my card so I can because I don't know why it doesn't automatically do it. I have to go manually do it sometimes. But did you have 1,000 people in your chat? I was like, this is crazy. And it was like only an hour or two, and you already had, the last time I checked, it was like 800 people in your live. And I kept saying, like, okay, let's, like, you had maybe like 1,000 people and like 300 likes. And I was like, okay, let's get her up to some, get these likes up. 842. You was doing your doggone thing. You were doing your doggone thing. Like 1K is gonna be your next thing. Watch. You're gonna have 1K in the chat. Cause I know like last week you were having like 500 in the chat. And then like this week I noticed like it was alternating between like it was going from like 3 to 4, right, like right before 5. But this week you are consistently in the 500s. I told you at the beginning of this year. Remember what I told you? Like at the beginning of this year, I was like, "You're about to blow up," because you're just funny without even trying. Like when you do your commentary, it's funny. When you do your videos, like your little catchphrases and different things you say. You was a little nervous. No need, no need. And then I was like, somebody in the chat, they just kept going on. I finally blocked them. They was like, "You act like you better than people. I think you better than people." I'm like, "Oh hell no, they turning on me. They turning on me." And Roxy was like, "On one." Roxy be on one. I know Peach hate that she reposted Roxy because Roxy do not let up on her. That was too funny. But a lot of people made a lot of good points. You made some good points. Roxy made some good points today. I could definitely see where you guys are coming from. Like, she has done so much and said so much, like really stared into the camera and said, I don't give a F that your son has died. It's like, okay. But real talk, yo, real talk, like she's been doing this for 4 or 5 days. That girl got something wrong with her. It's some more girls up in that house. Real talk. Real talk. That's number one. Number two, she's gonna keep on and keep on till she catch herself up in a twist. I wasn't offended. She had apologized before that. But I think Roxy just gets passionate. She just gets passionate. But I wasn't tripping. You know, I moved on from that. Like I don't trip hard like that. Like if I told you that like if people say things like I peep it and I peep everything, but I don't say much. I just move on accordingly from that and I just proceed differently. Because everybody's not gonna agree with you, but I just be wanting it to be some level of respect, right? That's all. But yes, I could just see it's like, girl, I looked at her eyes and I'm like, you haven't slept in days and you're still on this. I remember a couple of years ago, somebody I know was mad about something and they went on for like 2 days and they were really mad about something that was way, way, way more upsetting than what Peach is talking about. This was something that I would have been mad at. And after a couple of days of them going on and on about it, they just was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not going to do this no more. Because at some point, it's like you got that internal mechanism that's going to be like, you know what? I'm not doing this to myself. This is making me miserable. So I feel like, for her to be able to keep going, but she did it to her mother. We have to realize this is the same thing that she did to her own family. When Peach feels like she has been wronged, she says, I'm very vindictive. I am very vindictive. However, I'm not trying to act like, oh, they're powerful because they're this and that or they're this race or that race. It's not about who you are or what you do. It's about how you do it. And Peach could do her thing way differently than what she does it. Because she's going to get herself caught up. And this is not me wishing it on her. I haven't called nobody. I'm not going to call anybody. I've been doing content on her. So, like, I'm just going to keep it real. I will continue to do content on her. So, as long as she on here, as long as she do stupid stuff, I'm going to do it. But she going to get herself caught up, yo. I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up one day, go to Peach Page, and it's gone. She is playing with fire. She's playing with her children's future. And I just wish, I pray for her because she got all those children over there, right? And so if she don't got the money, Wood is going to leave. Wood is not sticking around without his payments. He's not sticking around to watch kids like that. He's going to be gone. Okay? Boy, you need money for a supermarket. I have 10 kids and 20 baby daddies, and none of them are helping. So let me remove you. Let me hide you for coming over here begging. Hey, shopper girl. Hey, A2R. What you guys doing up so late? You guys over here being nosy. Look at y'all. But yes. How you guys doing tonight? I'm over here being nosy right with y'all. Y'all, the girls are fighting. Cardi, who's your fighter? First of all, you guys already know I got Queen. I got the Queen. And you guys can squabble up. I know y'all what y'all gonna try to do. I already know Yo-Yo got Cardi. Okay. I was on my way to bed. I was on my way to bed. They are chunking them on Twitter. Let me go back to Cardi's Twitter and see if she said anything else. Cardi called. Okay, this is what she said. I'm gonna go to Cardi's tweets. Okay. Cardi was like, "You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet." Then she said, nothing more annoying than a bored bee. And then she says, "The power I have, I make these bees come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room." And then Cardi calls her Cocaine Barbie. And then she says, "A, B, C, D, E, F, G, your man have to snatch P. And my P tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds." And then she said, "Dang, she was streaming Magnet hard, huh?" So that was what Cardi said to Nicki. And now, I mean, she done threw everything at her like, "You over here watching me and you had to take fertility treatments to get pregnant." Oh, yeah, they're going at it. Listen, they're chunking them. SRC Mother of Three, they're chunking them. Can I go ahead and get a few likes, guys? Can I get a few likes? Just one or two likes. Listen, a lot of people are saying that Nicki Minaj is too old. First of all, that's the number one reason why she got to stay out here in these streets. Cause you plan on her top calling her old. You want to say, "Oh, she did this." First of all, if Nicki doesn't keep her foot on Cardi's neck, Cardi is going to take her spot. Once she takes her spot, it's over. There's no coming back. There's only one spot for the queen of rap. Only one spot. Everybody else is just scrambling. Everybody else, Glorilla, um, Lotto. I think Glorilla sold the most. She sold like 60K, 69K, and I think Meg sold like 66K. Real bottom of the barrel, right? And even way down is JT, Ice Spice, Lotto selling like less than 30K. Okay, so album sales are crazy low right now, right? Nicki sold 228K her last album with almost no promo. Cardi sold 199.6K with all the bells and whistles. Cardi ordered up the whole shebang. Like, you know how when you go to the fire stand, the fireworks stand, and they ask you what you want, and you want the big box, the biggest box of fireworks that they have. That's what Cardi had going on last week. I'm talking meet and greets, uh, hitting up streamers, hitting up every podcaster, Gail King interview, pregnancy reveal, twerking at the meet and greets, videos. She did skits in the subway with the rats running by. She was outside selling her CDs to in the middle of traffic. Cardi did it all. It was cute. It was cute. But Cardi was not planned because they were saying that she was actually going to sell 115K. So she knew she had to get out in the field. Let me check the traps. Let me see who in here with us. Who's in here with us? We got Antoni's Too Real. What's up, girl? Twitter always got all the tea. XRC Mother of Three. What's up, girl? How you doing? I be on Twitter all the time. I get a lot of my ideals from over there. Shopper Girl. What's up, girl? Mind Drax. What's good? And that's what they're saying that A2R. They're saying that Cardi, like the numbers were supposed to come out Sunday morning, but Cardi and her team was down to Billboard arguing with them back and forth because they wanted Cardi's numbers to be over 200K. And now they're trying to say they didn't count all the numbers because all of the albums didn't go out. Well, duh. If they didn't go out by the time, then they don't get counted with the first week. So they did count all the first week's numbers. Like you can't get second week's numbers added into the first week. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Um, Let me see. It gave girl, you should have let Offset help you before you did because his album is fire. I haven't really listened to Offset's fire, but everybody was saying that. But I know sometimes people get paid to say stuff like that, so I don't know. But a lot of people were rooting for Offset, but he didn't really sell that much. But nobody's really selling that much. I think sometimes you can get with somebody and give them your judge. I did that. I did that with my husband. As long as I was with my husband, I was losing big time. I do that with a lot of people. As long as you around me, you're winning and I'm losing until I get from away from you. I'm just playing. I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious at the same time. But a lot of people don't give Offset credit. She at the beginning she was like, "My man helped me get out of my management. My management was stealing from me. I got better management because my man he did that." You know how women do. They always want to big up their man, but that's what she said. And she said this time she couldn't get a lot of features. A lot of people didn't believe in her, and at the last minute they pulled out. SZA pulled out of a song. I don't know who else pulled out, but she didn't get those big features. She got some features from Lotto and Tyler, Summer Walker, but she didn't get the big features like everybody was expecting her to get, like from SZA. People were even thinking Beyonce would be on her album, but she didn't get any of that. And shoot, when Offset was with her, he went and flew out to to specifically get people to do her album. She had a lot of good features on her first album. He helped her get that all together. This sound good, that don't sound good. And if you think about it, when she was with Offset, she rapped better. She had a better flow. Now it seems that her accent is bleeding through real heavy. A lot of her album, it was like, ugh, like I had to listen to it at least 2 or 3 times before I could really give it a fair rating. And at first I gave it a 6. Now I give it a 7 because I do like a number of songs on there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't care who get mad. Y'all gonna have to stay mad over here. Cardi's album is better than Pink Friday 2. I don't like Cardi. I like Nicki better. Okay, because I'm a child about this stuff. If I gotta choose somebody in this rap beef, I'm gonna choose the real rapper. But Cardi's album is better than Nicki's album. I liked a few songs on Nicki's album, but I just could not get with it. I really couldn't get with it. It didn't have a lot of hit songs on it. She had her flow was cool, but it didn't even have a lot of good bars on there. I feel like I could vibe to Cardi's album better. I like Put Me on My Back or On My Back, I think it is. That's a real good vibe right there. I think I like On My Back the most on there. And I also like Check Please. Um, I like the Bia disc. I like the JT disc. What's goody, Ryan? What are you doing up? East Coast, what y'all doing up? Do y'all go to sleep? I made it. You know what? I like everything. I like a few of those songs, and I was hating big time because I didn't want to like it. Anthony's. I'm being honest. I didn't want to like it because I don't like Cardi like that. But no, she can't rap. She can't rap. And I think she definitely, but I think Offset was bleeding her dry. I think he ran through his money trying to impress Cardi, trying to floss with Cardi, and then he got 50, 11 kids. And so by the time it was all said and done, and that's when she was ready to leave him. And I guess he said, shoot, my money gone. And now you want to dip. No, I need a house and I need some of your chips, which Offset is entitled to. Just because Cardi's the woman, she's the breadwinner or whatever, but he's entitled to some of her chips. I've been speaking to you all day long, Ryan, and you've been egging me in chats. I don't like that. I was like, "What's good, Ryan? What's good, bro?" She can't spit at all. She can't spit at all. And but I like Cardi performing too cuz she gives it her all. I mean, I like something about seeing somebody pregnant getting up there and doing their thing. I don't know cuz it's like power in that. When I had my first child, it was like you couldn't show your belly. You couldn't you couldn't be dancing a certain way because or you had to, people be telling you sit down, put your feet up. It's like you can't do anything when you're pregnant. And nowadays women work until their last day of until until their due date. Women are out here dancing. Women show the belly. It's so beautiful. And women show their power. Like, because I'm pregnant, that doesn't make me disabled. I can still get out here and do it. And Cardi's been out there twerking and doing whatever. She's been doing a little extra and a little bit of the most, but I think it's beautiful to see. And I think it's beautiful to see her with all of her kids because it's changing the game. Understand, like 10 years ago, these women were terminating pregnancies left and right. They were trying to get Lauryn Hill to terminate her pregnancy. She said, "Hell no, I'm having my baby." You hear the little Kim saying that they had terminations. Uh, even Nicki Minaj, all these women, oh, I terminated 2 or 3 babies because in order to have their career, that's what they were being forced to do and talked into like, oh, you're going to ruin your career. And Cardi said, absolutely not. I'm getting married and having 4 babies, 3 babies, and then I'm going to get another boyfriend and have another baby right when I'm about to release this album. And what y'all going to do? What you going to do? I love that for her. Now I can honestly say I like her feature she did on Young Thumb album, which was also trash. Like some of these people, I gotta hear their songs in passing. Like somebody else gotta play it, and I just gotta happen to hear it. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, Young Thug is out. Let me go listen to his album. Only reason why I listen to Cardi's is because it was a 7 year hiatus. It was a lot of hoopla being made about it, and I honestly wanted to see how trash it was, so I could give it a thumbs down. Uh, you on your second win, mother of three. And Yo Yo, when Yo Yo is in her bag, Yo Yo don't be giving a F. Yo Yo would come on here and she will rock, and then she got the chat to do it with her. They'll come on here and they will rock with Yo Yo all night. They do not care and be still. I mean, it will not be like they will not leave. So I cannot hang. Real talk. I'm not even gonna try to hang. I'll be like, I gotta tap out. Like I do a 3 or 4. I be doing like a 3 hour live, and then I be like, I gotta tap out. I try to convince my physical therapist that maybe I can't sit for 3 hours. He was like, no, you should be good. As long as you move around all day long, you should be able to sit for a 3 hour live. He was like, get you a better chair. You love hip hop? Oh, you live hop. Oh, you probably. Ryan said, you know I live hop. That's a good one, Ryan. You know what? I try to, if the lives I go to are people who support me and I support them back, so I try to stay in their live. I have 2 phones though, so I'll be sometimes listening to 2 lives and watching TV, or I got a live on my TV, a live on one of my phones, and I'm uploading content, or I'm planning content, or I'm taking care of business, I'm checking emails. I like to multitask. What was funny, Yo Yo? Oh, listen to me read the comments. I haven't got to Nicki's yet. Do I have a faceless channel? I don't. I don't. When I listen to the music, I'm listening to the beats, the background. I want to know who produced it. I want to know who wrote on it. I'm listening to all of it. I'm listening to the ad libs. I don't just hear it music. I listen to music. My mom was telling me that too. That like I'm an R&B listener, so I have a big ear for music. Ryan has that too. Like, Ryan really loves music, and he'll put up a lot of different songs, and I'd be like, okay, because I thought, Ryan, can I say it? I thought Ryan was vanilla chocolate. Ryan was like, hell no, I am biracial. I'm like, okay, I knew it was something, right, dog? But I'm a music lover. I know Yo Yo was going in. Yo Yo was hot. Ryan, did you see how many people was in her live today? Like almost a G ball. She was almost at 1K till they start hating. But she was on fire today. And the crowd was loving it. The more she got turned up. They was like, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. Oh, you was on the panel today, Antonice. You were on the panel, but I had to go make a quick run. Yeah, she was super focused. The chat was on one. The chat was on 1,000. You was in the chat too, Mama Three. I mean, Mother of Three. Uh, she had you about to wake up the house. A2R. Oh, y'all, you know your girl is monetized now, so I got cute little emojis and all that. Y'all can join the membership too, so don't sleep. Don't sleep. Did I put don't sleep as one of my emojis? I think I gotta add the don't sleep. I don't know. I'm gonna check that out. But don't forget, you can join, become a member. You could become a money getter, the elites, and only the elites. Also, I'm gonna be doing a monthly pajama party for my members only. I'll be doing like a monthly Q&A. Um, I have a lot of special things going on in my membership. Like only the best of the best is doing this kind of stuff over here. So you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a part of this. So link up. What is my first membership like? 299, 299. Yeah, real low for the low. Ryan, I haven't been seeing you on panels. You haven't did a panel in a while. He said he enjoyed Peach's mama. Ryan, she was on one the other day when she said heifer. When she said, you old ugly heifer, I was cracking up. She said, y'all can go tell that ugly bitch, blah, blah, blah. She was not letting up on her. But they say that Loretta be bothering Tracy all of the time. They said, and Loretta probably just does it because she knows she can get a response out of her. You know what, Yo Yo? Do your biggest one for real, for real. Oh, it's another 509 tonight. But the whole time, that's what make the game so cold. The whole time, like the chat wasn't letting up. And you have to realize too that sometimes if people are not commenting, like the numbers will go down. But when they start commenting, the numbers will go back up. But Yo Yo stayed consistent at like 800 the earlier, and then the second half when she went live again, she stayed consistent at 500. Butterfly, like, you know what? I know something. What we on crack tonight? Yo-Yo's I told her I hope you don't mind me saying this, but like at the beginning when we first met, I just thought Yo-Yo was so funny and and one day she it was when you did this live. It was when remember when Peach spent those babies when she spent those babies when she violated their accounts and you was like McIntyre you need to say, you said you told he said McIntyre you need to get a lawyer I think because ain't no way she should have stole that baby's money like that from him. I forgot what you said but I was like she is on one. It was so funny because I could really imagine McIntyre being like bitch you stole my money but she promised and I wonder, she said by the end of this year, their money will be back in their accounts. She has not showed us that. Peach, where's those kids' money at? You promised that by the end of the year, you would have all of their money back in their account, including for the twins. And you said Mac just looked at you like, yeah, right. So did you do it? Did you do it? Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. I think TC, Auntie Loretta and TC. I know she do call her TC. They know each other. They definitely know each other. We on something, Ryan. Cracker something. I ate earlier. I ate this nastiest Indian. If you go to Trader Joe's, don't get nothing but the butter chicken. That other stuff was so nasty. Ugh. I can't believe I wasted my taste buds on that. Butterfly, I was so surprised. I was shocked. Because Butterfly, you usually stay in the back, in the cut. You'll comment, you'll do your little comments, your little likes and all that. But I was so surprised that you joined the panel and you know, you was like, I don't like Peach. Because she used to be like, I was surprised because, Butterfly, you a nice girl. Peach is a mess stealing from the community. You met her on Elevated Mindset panel late night. She was a real one, and I had to sub up. Oh, I remember those. I remember those panels in the summer. The summer seemed so far away. Guys, we did it up this summer. We really did. Ryan was doing panels. Ryan showed up for me in a couple of panels. Thanks, bro, for real. Ryan, Yo Yo, and Jazzy. Y'all held me down. Y'all really did. Feeding empty little tummies. Like, for real, I'm going to do this again. Like, don't get mad. I'm asking y'all. Moms and dads. As a mom, let's take Peach out of the equation. If your child came home, just imagine. Because I'm telling you, it would be on and cracking. If one of my little kids, one of the Barbs came home, look, mama, look, what's that? What's that? What you got? Let me see that bag. What's in there? I don't know. Let me see. Ramen noodles, fruit cups. Who gave you this? Feeding empty little tummies. Oh, hell no. I know you lying. I know you lying. I'm going to pass out like Red Fox. Remember that? Remember how Red Fox used to pass out? I'm like, I just know you lying. Give me that. Give me that bag. Tie the bag back up. Hop in my car. I'm going back to the school. And like I'm gonna go differently though. I'm gonna have the bag. I'm gonna carry it like it's a stinky, dirty diaper. And I'm gonna walk back in and I'm gonna be like, excuse me, is the principal here? Oh no, what about the vice principal? Neither. Oh, they're both going home for the day. Tell you what, I'll just go ahead and call the district. And then I'm gonna call the district. Ring, ring, ring. Yes, Mr. So and so. Um, this is such and such's mom. And I just have a question for you. Can you please tell me why my child received a feeding empty little tummies bag in a liquor store, black liquor store bag. Can you tell me what's the meaning of this? And then if it was explained to me that, well, your child was observed during the lunch period, uh, trying to get food from another kid's tray, I would go home and be like, what? I know doggone well you went down to that school acting like I don't feed you. Because I feed you. If I find out you down there acting like you hungry, you let them call me again talking about you hungry. You don't got a feeding empty little tummy. And if you do, oh well. Whoop did he do? I think it had nothing to do with the feeding empty little tummies. I think it had nothing to do with her kids being embarrassed. I don't think that it had anything to do with it being racist. I think she was embarrassed. Peach was embarrassed, okay? She over there putting her kids in Sylvan Learning Center at $5,000 a wop a month, running around with it like a chicken with her head cut off, getting canceled from TikTok or blocked on TikTok, money funny, trying to make sure she has all this money because Wood need his casino night money, right? Wood need his money for the casino. Um, she got all them babies that need to be fed. She got a lot on her plate, a lot on her shoulders. And with TikTok being gone, she only sold 40 tickets. And then she don't have anywhere to do her content while she's out roaming the streets. And she got people telling her to shut up and keep pipe down while she's in a restaurant trying to do her content. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, Peach has an image to uphold. She's out here putting down single black moms, out here talking about people need to get off food stamps, out here talking about people need to have child services called on them if their children don't have uh, school supplies. So just imagine the egg on her face when the school basically said, you people, you're those people. You're the people that needs to have CPS called on you because we need to feed your empty little tummies. It was 5K back in the early 2000s. Um, I think two of her kids. I don't know. Why would y'all pay $5,000 for that? Out here at Cali, they offer tutoring services. They offer resource and things like that, and also like there's a lot of different, um, you know. But did it help? Is it worth it? Like, did it make them like a genius or something like that? She could have all her stuff on somebody else's name. You right. She shouldn't be embarrassed though because she's already told the world she gets assistance whenever she wants it. True, true. Yep, she got it. She shoot that lady. Your parents sent your brother there. That lady, and I would be concerned when somebody is quiet, right? That lady has a business, and she's messing up. Listen, I think somebody said she gets almost $1 million a year. That's a big business, okay? And you messing up. You messing up the church's money, Peach. Ain't nobody gonna just let you come and walk all over something that they built. Whatever I think about it or whatever Peach thinks about it, I hope she doesn't really think that lady is not going to fight back. Peach has been coddled and she's used to her family not fighting back. She's used to people, she's used to bulldozing people and coming online and basically bullying other people. And, or else she just doesn't believe fat meat is greasy. She's used to Wood taking her crap. She's used to her mom taking her crap. And she's used to a lot of people in Tampa in the stores and different things like that, taking her crap. And she's gonna keep on till she pushes the wrong person. She gonna it's bound to happen. Her luck is gonna run out. I'm in Florida. What is available now aren't the same programs, and honestly, we didn't qualify for a lot because both my parents were over a lot of the income guidelines for certain things. Oh, okay. Yeah, in California, they charge us a gang of taxes, and they just give a lot of stuff away. Um, to not us, but to everybody else. You get what I'm saying? I have a degree in science and math, but I had to send my son there for math. He wasn't retaining it when I was tutoring him. I have a child that I'm allowing to be homeschool, and basically, because I got the baby, she don't want to do nothing. Very well spoken, very well written, very articulate. An artist can draw, can do all kinds of things, but school is not her judge. Okay, she doesn't like school, so um, when they kept saying that, oh, she's behind, she's behind. Okay, you come on home so I can watch you. And she still has a teacher, and she still has homework and all of that. She's just taught at home. And so it's working out for her right now. Hopefully we can get her a little bit more invested in school when she gets to high school. But 3 out of 5 isn't bad. My oldest daughter hated school as well. My 3 middle children, well, two of my kids, straight A students, go to school. And Kamaria is just like, okay, I want my degree. I want to be able to work and get a good job. Or, I want to be a nurse, so I'm going to do what I need to do. But Kamaria's not really into school like that either. I think she may just stop before October gets here. I think she's not done because she's been focused on Jessica, and next is going to be some more of the school because she hasn't really did her big one on the school. She went up to the school, and she hasn't said anything more. What she hasn't told us is why they selected her children. You told us what they're supposed. You told us about feeding empty little children, but that shouldn't have been your first concern. I thought you were just telling us what the guidelines and protocol was. That's what you were doing. But now it seems like you got them in your crosshairs. Really, we want to know what happened down to that school because I feel like you're using this as an excuse to pull your kids out of school because they weren't cutting the mustard. I don't think that they could compete with those kids. When she was at the meeting, the head of the school said that they had a lot of advanced placement classes and things like that. And that's when some of the parents were like, well, I'm a doctor and I'm willing to volunteer. I've expressed that I was willing to um, volunteer, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. And I think somebody said, well, I'm a lawyer. And then somebody else was saying that he does some type of STEM work. It was a lot of different parents that was saying that they could, that the school could utilize their services. So that's when she was like, oh, Peach McIntyre found out that her kids goes to school with students who parents are doctors and lawyers. Like she really thought she had arrived in having her children at that school to the point she was willing to drive back and forth. But, you know, um, I just feel like she's not done. She's not. Like, get ready to make that content, yo, yo. Get ready for round 2 because she is not done. If she's done, I'm shocked. But if I know the behavior of a psychopath, and I do, she's not done. Okay? Be prepared for her to go in on the school until she is stopped with a real cease and desist. Maybe the school has already served her that, but I doubt it. I could see Peach pressing her luck because you know what it would be? It would be all content. Her going to court, her her, leaning on the peach patch. Look, all these people are against me. Her starting to go fund me to help with her legal fund. She's gonna find a way to milk it all. you know, in some way, shape, or form. Enough is enough. She coming back. Watch. I think she gonna carry on a little bit longer. Watch. All right. Thanks for tuning in, Anthony's Too Real. I appreciate you stopping by. He said he a live hopper. He probably he probably hopped the live and came back. Right. Right. Lakewood Ranch, Preparatory Academy. You got next. Watch. No, she's not going to tell us why. She's not going to tell us because I'm sure by now Gorgeous and I mean, one thing you guys are right about, like those kids probably be standing up at the table, probably be asking other kids for their food and because because one of the ways they know the kids that need help is observing their lunchtime behavior, right? That is why she mad. Maybe the school said, look, or or the school said, well, you were referred. She probably could have been referred by CPS to the program. And you were the one saying on the video, we could use food. We could use help with food. You did say that. You did say that. Let me see. You got to do research. I'll be live tomorrow talking about it. It's a lot of things you need to address. All right. I'm going to be over there too. About Miss Peaches. Peaches. Remember that girl on what wasn't it her name on that movie with Damon Wayans? Wasn't her Jada Pinkett, wasn't that her name Peaches? I forget the name of the movie. My daughter used to love to watch that. My oldest daughter, she used to watch that. And I used to let her with my crazy tail self. What was the name of that movie you guys with? A Low Down Dirty Shame. She loved that movie. But wasn't that her name in that movie, Peaches? Peaches, you got me a super perm, girl. Good night. Good night, A2R. She stopped talking about her mother. Well, at least she finally stopped talking about her mother. But if she'd talk about her mother like that and go on for days calling her mama B's and H's, you know she don't care about doing that to an organization. If she would dump all her husband's clothes on his mama's front porch while he's at his brother's funeral, you know she don't care about nothing. A person that would do that don't care about nothing. And like I said, I see why people have so much vitriol for her. You're well. No, no, no. Thank you, A2R. Have a good night. You don't want to hear nothing about Phil. Oh, you too lazy to type. Tell me right now. Now I'm gonna be tense. Tell me now. I hate when people do that. I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. Tell me now. I can't go to sleep unless you tell me. Oh, thanks, B Fly. You gave me. I'm about to cry. B Fly gave me my first $20 super chat. Thanks, B Fly. I love you, girl. You know those kids be probably dancing. They probably be standing on top of the table. I hate when kids do that. I used to see kids like that. Just standing up, eating food, flying everywhere. Ugh. That's another thing. My mom would die, just roll over and die. If she seen one of her kids or grandkids doing something like that, she'll go, sit over there somewhere. You don't stand up eating like that. You better go sit down somewhere. I'm telling you, my grandma and my mama, they didn't play with us. My grandma would say, just ill mannered, acting like you ain't been taught anything or you ain't never ate before. Like, oof. When kids do that, my mom talk about them bad. Like if she see a kid standing up eating and all of that, not without manners, my mom and my grandmother did not play that. Like my grandmother be like, Charity, I love how you have your kids sitting at the table eating. You guys all sit down together. My mom and my grandma, they didn't play at all. Yep, low down dirty shame, Wayman and Peaches. That's probably where they got her name from. Peaches. I just thought of that. I just thought of that. That just came out of nowhere. Yeah, she's definitely manic. Mother of three, she is definitely manic. Sometimes I'll be thinking about that about Nicki Minaj. You're about to go live and respond back and say what you're about to say? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go to my page. Let me see. Antony's too real. Antony's too real. Like I got like if your name was Antony's too real, I would call you A2R. But because it's A2R, I'm gonna say Antony's too real. That's how my mind works. I don't know why I do stuff like that, but that's just how my mind works. Sorry. Oh, it's 11:31. Y'all, I was waiting on 12 o'clock for something. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me see. View channel. Yep. We gonna get you there. Listen. Um. Listen. If you got a deep dive into Peach Butterfly, just deep dive. Dive. No, but for real. Um. Butterfly, you have some chats where you did like in the thousands. Just keep doubling down on those. For real. Let me see. Um. Okay. Let me turn my phone down. Make sure it's turned down. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Because I still didn't tell you guys what Nicki Minaj said back. So I got to do that too. Um, mm, you're whispering. It's 2:31, so you whispering. Uh, let me see. Let me go. Okay, I can go to your channel now. All right. Okay, right quick. Did you say it already?
Y'all scary.
You're wondering why we're
Just be
going
so
off
hard
on
through the
her.
internet. Ugh. Like, nah, for real.
Look, you wondering why she getting this pushback. You know why she getting this pushback. Like, let's be real here. Like, we don't gotta do the talking over each other, arguing, You know why she's getting this pushback, okay? And it's not hating. It's just
who is
really
getting pushed
responding to what she
back?
said. Exactly. Cardi is getting
From
pushback.
what?
Stop it.
My album is doing great.
The album just said we was hating.
People love my album.
You're not listening. You're not listening. I'm telling you,
What
you're
pushback?
pushback.
Who's pushing back?
Antonice.
No.
The pushback
Okay.
is the 228 that she didn't outdo because
Oh my
that's
God,
what she said she was gonna do. That's what I'm saying.
Like nobody
Let me
cares.
like it.
Nobody cares. We really don't, and we still, we really don't.
Okay,
Now y'all don't care, child. I never cared actually.
See,
They
that's
said
the
that
problem.
a week ago, everybody was like, "Oh, we gonna beat that bitch." Child, I ain't say shit. Beat her or I was genuinely excited for Cardi B. Let anybody get close enough to feel like they could beat her. What are you talking about?
Lynn, absolutely not. Go look at my other stuff. Talking about can I do a face reveal? Send me a super chat and I'll do it. Send me a super chat right now. And I'll show you what I look like in bed.
How many? Hey, yo,
Okay.
question. How many bookmarks did you have to unsave?
Okay, so hopefully
I'll do a face reveal. give me give me $100 super chat. I'll do a Am I on the wrong live? Okay, how the hell did I get right there?
I've been bookmarked. Bitch, I bookmark everything.
No, but why would we bookmark?
Wait a minute.
Literally told y'all to
What the
bookmark
hell?
it. See?
Okay, let me go. How the hell did I get on this? Let me see. Live. No, this is a right live.
Tweets because they quote unquote would be crying.
What?
Wait, she didn't do
I was on her live. Let me see. Let me go. Let me go back. Okay. Let me go to my live. Okay, let me see.
About it is I'm on StreamYard, y'all. So tell MMG.
Okay, I'm here.
Chat, right? I can see her chat. She said, "How do you spell A2R?" So my display name, tell them that my display name says A2R, but my actual channel name is spelled out Anthony's Too Real. It's just the display name that show up as A2R. And what's so crazy is in some people chat, it show up as A2R, and then in some people chat, it show up as Anthony's Too Real. But anyways, y'all, let me tell y'all what I was about to tell MMG, because y'all know my mind. I can't walk into bubblegum. I was trying to tell y'all could have just came up on my panel that way. I could just talk right back to y'all, because with me and trying to like do the chat mix and stuff, it's just a lot, y'all. Hold on, let me turn on my fan, because I might be out here a while. Okay, so I'm in my Grudio. If you new here, my Grudio is my studio, but it's also a garage. So, how to just mix it together. Okay.
Grudio, I love it.
So, what I was gonna tell MMG, but I wanted to make sure that she fully understood what I was saying in reference to those bags. Now, I do have to go and do a deep dive, right, or whatever. I gotta go do a deep dive to see what's going on with Peach, because I haven't watched Peach content in quite some time. Although I was on Yo-Yo's channel earlier, and she did kind of get me like caught up to date with what's going on with Peach right now. Okay, boom. Hold on, y'all. I just gotta look around. I told y'all I'm in my like garage slash studio, which is it go by short of Garudio. And the other day I seen a real big lizard, and I do not do bugs. Okay, hold on. I'm just I thought something was crawling on me. Okay, but anyways, y'all. Now that's what I was saying. So what I was gonna tell MMG with them bags. So I was telling y'all that Yo-Yo got me caught up with what's going on with Peach. But also with that, hold on y'all, because I could like really be fixing my nails. Doing my nails too. Y'all know I just started doing my own nails. Y'all will be seeing it on my channel.
Focus, A2R. Focus.
But anyways, with those bags, I don't know how the foundation works that Peach is trying to like low key fake cancel. But what I was gonna say is, with those agencies, so my kids, well, not anymore. So y'all know I have two daughters. If you don't know, long story short, get your card up. I got two daughters. One about to be 13, and one is already 16. The other one will be 13 in December, or whatever. So in reference to that, my oldest daughter is in public school, and my youngest daughter goes to private Catholic school. Another story for another day. But I'm telling y'all that to say, with the school that my kids go to, like the area of town that it's located in, it's like a really good private school, right? But it's kind of in an area to where some people would be like, I don't want my kids to go to school over there, whatever. So it may give out the illusion that, maybe those kids can't afford it or whatever, right? But I'm really saying all of that to say they be sending everybody kids home with them bags, right? But this is what I noticed. Now I told y'all I still got to go do the research, but I'm just telling you what I have noticed so far. And right now I'm not reading the chat mints, nor am I looking at the chat mints on MMG page. I'm just telling y'all what I got to tell y'all, because y'all know my mind be all over the place, right? But with those bags, y'all, like literally what MMG was saying, I was, ooh, oh shoot, hold on. Y'all, I'm so happy I was looking.
Girl.
Is he trying to call like he about to call to the house? Like he gonna try to go in the house? Okay,
girl.
I can't even focus for it with the frog. Jesus. No, like seriously, why would the frog be right here? Like how I'm gonna go in the house and he over there about to go where I gotta walk in?
Not a frog. Girl.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. What I was gonna say is don't go over there.
Here, I'm going to put her I'm going to put her I'm gonna share her link. Not she hijacked my live,
Hold on, I gotta get my
but I'm going to put it over here in
y'all
my
make sure.
chat. Let me go to
I
my
know who
chat.
put laughing emojis, but when I get back to my phone, hold on. When I get in the house,
Let me see.
wait a minute. Hold on. When I get in the house,
Let me see.
wait a minute. Hold on. When I get in the house,
Let me see.
wait a minute. Hold on. When I get in the house,
Let me see.
wait a minute. Hold on.
There it is.
This is why
There's her
I don't
link.
want to
You
go
guys
back
should
on
be able to
Facebook.
click her link. You
Hold
should
on.
be able to click
Hold
her
on.
link
We buy a
and leave
house.
my chat.
I'm gonna make sure. Hold on, y'all.
Man, if I saw a frog, I don't know
Also,
what
when
I
we
would
buy a
do.
house, I gotta make sure to
They used to have frogs all the time at my job,
get a
though.
studio on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Y'all, when I tell y'all my
Yeah, she
baby got
hijacking my
a
live. I shouldn't even share her link. What she think this is?
y'all, okay, okay, y'all. Hey, y'all, hold on.
Girl,
Don't judge me. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
now
So
she in her bed. Now she done ran in the house and got in the
just
bed.
said, and these are my thoughts. These are no thoughts of Bucky. So what I was about to tell y'all is,
Hey,
they be
Asa,
sitting
what's
on the
good?
phone with everybody, right? And so, hey y'all, and listen, I follow everybody back. So hold on, I probably can't even see
You
all
know
of y'all.
what? She is too
I
much.
mean, I can't see y'all. But listen, I ain't want y'all to leave MMG chat. But what I was gonna say is, y'all, they be sitting in the back home with everybody, right? And so the first time that they seen, it was like this charity place. Like that's the name of the place, like charity place.
Girl, we up. We're not late. We're just getting started.
Like charity place.
Buckle up.
Not charity place, but you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got the word charity in it.
Because I haven't went over
Anyways, so
Nicki
what I was
Minaj's
gonna say
text
is when they
yet.
sent it back home, right? Like I asked my baby, I was like, why? I'm like, why did they send you back home, right? Because at this point they're not getting free lunch. Like now everybody at the school get free lunch for some type of like grant that they get or whatever. So it don't matter like how much your parent made. Like you get a grant, you get a grant, you get free lunch or whatever. But anyways, long story short, y'all, I feel so bad because my baby had told me that, so I don't want nobody to think I didn't believe my baby. But shoot, kids be lying, so I just have to double check. But my baby was like, "No,
Too
mama, like
funny.
everybody get these, right?" Because I was like, "This is also y'all saying, this is not y'all saying internet niece, but this is like one of y'all other internet nieces who." When they was giving out, y'all, this is not funny. Like it's not funny, but when I say it's funny, it's just because like kids be so innocent, dog. You know what I'm saying? Well, shoot, they used to be these days. Kids
Hey,
better be
Tammy. Oh,
kids
thanks for
better tell
tuning
kids
in.
lying. They better tell, but y'all know what I'm saying when I say kids are so innocent. Like when all of that happened, and I'm telling y'all about my oldest daughter. This is why I'm saying like sometimes like kids can't be innocent, but my daughter just wanted a doggone hoodie. So the oldest child, when she was going there, y'all, one time they was giving out jackets, right, to the less fortunate. Why did my baby tell them people that she needed a jacket? All because she wanted a jacket. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was so mad and I made her take the jacket back to the school because I'm the type of person, like, I'm not saying we rich, but my daughter had a jacket. She just wanted another
We
jacket.
get so prideful
So
as
that kind of like
parents.
made me mad because
I
now
know
you
I'm a
taking
prideful
away
parent.
from somebody who may really need a jacket, who parent can't afford to buy them a jacket, if that makes sense. Like I literally know people in real life who will go to like those toy drives that they have at the end of the year and still buy their kids toys,
I hate when
like
people do
stuff like
that.
that. I can't tell
I hate
nobody
when
what to do.
parents do
So
that.
if anybody is on watching my live or may watch it on the playback, because a lot of people watch my stuff on the playback. I don't want y'all to think like, oh, you can't go to those drives. Go to those drives if you need it. But what I'm saying
That's
is,
greed.
I'm not the type of person where if I don't need something, I'm not gonna take like something like that and it can like take away from somebody else. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say that's why I didn't want my youngest child like taking the bag home because it really do be students in these schools, y'all, who don't be eating. And I only know this type of stuff because I volunteered, not so much as my daughter at my oldest daughter's school, doing in high school, because you know how they be acting. Like my youngest daughter, she's still like at
It's
the
like
age or whatever to where
as a
it's
mom,
okay
you
for
work
me to
so
do
hard
school
to provide for your kids, right? Or as a parent,
once like your
you
kids
out here working and making it happen, hustling to make sure your kids don't go without. Like that's why I said I have a problem with like if you give the whole class a bag, Okay, you gave it to everybody, right? But if you're singling out kids and saying they have empty little tummies, that's what I had an issue.
So that's what I have to keep in mind with my kids because I don't want my kids to be like how I felt with my mama. And I got totally off subject, but anyways, that's for another video for another day. But I said all of that to stay with those bags. Another thing that kind of had me thinking this may not be real, even though I told y'all I gotta go do my full deep dive. It made me kind of think Peach might be lying, y'all, because number one, with those bags that those charities give out, which I told y'all I gotta go do my research on the other people, like what Yo was talking about. I am gonna go look up like all of those people. But when they used to send that stuff home with my daughter, it was in paper brown bags, or bro, I'm talking about paper brown bags. Duh.
But it
But
looks like they have these type of organizations
if my boo come up
in a
here,
lot of
just try to
different
keep it to it. I'll
places.
say like this.
They might not be called feeding empty little tummies,
And then when I
but
go
they
back,
have a
I'm gonna
lot of
look
these
up. I
little
just try to
grab
see.
bags that they're
And
giving
okay,
away.
it is almost 3 o'clock, but I'm really about to go. I just want to tell y'all that, and I just you feel like type of all of that in MMG chat. So because I know I be all over the place in my lives, and I talk really fast, and you might have to rewind me back. But the good thing is you don't gotta speed me up because a lot of people say they be speeding up people's lives, but I talk fast already, so I was like, if you can
You know
speed me
what?
up, you one hell of a
Mother
listener,
of three,
okay? But
I
all of
have
that, what I was
been
really trying to tell y'all was, I think Peach
so
lying because the
prideful
other people
and all of that.
that
Like,
is what I gotta get on.
and that's why I tell moms that. And somebody in Yo-Yo's chat said, "Oh, you act like you better than people on food stamps." Listen, I went without food stamps. I went without child care help, and I watched people who made less than me go past me because here I was struggling to pay for everything. I was paying for everything. I wish I could have had child care. I wish I could have had food stamps and all of that different stuff while I was working. And then I thought it was just me. I spoke to one of my directors who made even more than I made. Her income was probably another 40 or $50,000 more than mine. And she told me she only had one pair of underwear at one point because she had her kids in private school and different things like that. And just, after she got divorced, she was a single mother. So here she was doing all these different things to make sure her kids had what they needed, right? So I tell everybody, get whatever you can get. Get whatever you can get. I don't care.
And because I got more than one device, see, I'm still on MMG. Oh shoot, hold on, I don't miss the clip now. I'm still on MMG live, right? So let me see what she's saying. So I can talk back to her too. Y'all, this literally what I be doing on my lives. Y'all, I just be listening to other YouTubers talking at them because who got time to type in the chat? Also, listen. So since Yo-Yo still in here? Let me see if she here. And then Yo-Yo, I don't even gotta email you. Cause see, I was gonna email you, but I don't email married people after dark. Women or men that have kids.
I don't email
But
married
you
people
know,
after
hey, I
dark.
don't know what's going on. But hold on, let me show you what I was about to tell you. So the other day, y'all, so y'all know how YT Studio is 5 days behind, right? If you don't know, YT Studio is 5 days behind. So remember when we were talking about my hours? I got
That's
these drop down
A2R.
orders, right? Hold on, let me see if I took a picture.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not
But I'm
even
going to go
gonna
back
put.
to
I'm gonna
while y'all
screenshot it, but
here.
I'm so happy I could just
I'll
tell
let her
you.
play in the background. I'll let her continue to play so she can get her minutes over there. You still have a bill with the IRS? You better see if you can get that forgiven some kind of way. They be having stuff like that where you can get something forgiven, or you can make a little payment plan with them. It just has to be a payment plan. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. Ask them what's the lowest they can take a month. Honey, if it's $5, pay them $5. Don't try to do nothing grand like get rid of the bill. Shoot. You're a senior. You can't afford all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And senior, you might be 55 years old. That is not old. So don't be going around talking about you're a senior like that, like making somebody think like you're 70 or 80. Guys, I'm going to be a senior in a couple of years. It's a tragedy. Okay. So I didn't get to Nicki Minaj's tweets. We did Cardi B's tweets. Let's go back over and let to Twitter/X and Oh, okay. So JT got back in there. Armand is trending too. What did JT say? JT said, "This is really sad how people speak on people behind the scenes. This is scary. I wonder what triggered that. The lotto stray, but went getting a verse from that girl, but I'm fake. Whoa." And keep saying the N word. Oh, 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 where did that come from? They are being messy over there on Twitter, y'all. You been on one since 1999? Keep it up. I'm telling you. Don't let these people play with you because they will try to bleed you dry. Because one thing they're not going to do is run out of money. So don't let them play with you. And pay them $5 a month. Okay, this is what Cardi say. All right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. Cardi said, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with. And you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for? That's Cardi B to Nicki Minaj. Let me see. Let me go back to Nicki's tweets. And Nicki really didn't do a lot of tweeting. She just she just was using her bar in the song Magnet. Uh, oh, Nicki said raw dog and pregnant with the fourth baby, Barney B, BV, HPV. And then she says allegedly. So she said Cardi was raw dogging pregnant with the fourth baby. Mm. Then she called Cardi B Barney B. Uh, Nicki says A, B, C, D, E, F, G, falling off the charts with a big belly. Running trains, barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. Nicki is a child. And she said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, jump out the PLANE. Then she posted a picture of Barney with a wig looking like Cardi B. Uh, then Nicki said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. He don't want to dig my big P, E. You know what that means. Like she took the A, B, C, D, F, G bar. Which song was that? Let me go to it. Cardi B. Uh, Let me see. In her song, Cardi B's song Magnet, she says, Cardi B says, I like a classic bag, gotta keep it classy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, these B's can't F with me. Now, why would you say that, Cardi? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, these B's can't F with me. That is crazy. Like, they're both moms. They're both mothers with toddlers, with little babies that they should be going to bed for. Like, I don't have little kids. I got big kids, big grown kids. So I can stay up and act like I don't have any responsibilities. Plus, I'm retired. That's a goofy bar. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, Cardi, like, that's how you know you don't write your own rhymes. Because how could you let somebody put that in a song for you to actually say? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These B's can't F with me. And so Nicki, what she did was she used it and she stole it and hijacked it. And Nicki made up all these little rhymes. She said calling out her boyfriend for being gay. Um, Nicki just really on one. She called her Barney Dangerous. And then they got Armand Wiggins in the middle of it. And Nicki is plugging her album. She says she has an album coming out. So Cardi B calls her Cocaine Barbie. Yeah, it's just crazy. Then they got the other girlies involved in it. They got JT in it. I think who else? I think what's her name? Ice Spice. Can't even remember her name. She said something as where she just put out a laughing emoji. Yeah, they really need to this is what you have to do to sell albums these days. This is what you have to do to sell albums. Yep. Oop, I've been on here an hour and 36 minutes. If you have not already hit the like button, can you please do that for me as well? How come I got one less like? Like, how come somebody came back and took their like? I mean, y'all cold as ice. Y'all cold as ice, for real. It's okay, though. It's okay. But that's what this live was all about. I was on my way to bed. It was almost 12 o'clock, and I noticed that Cardi and Nicki are into it. And then Cardi says, laughing like I don't have your tea is crazy. How come Cardi thinks she knows something about everybody? I guess people be telling, people be talking. People be talking. That's petty. They do that to you too. What they do to you? Entertainment you love. Yeah, it's terrible that they have to tear. I mean, it's like first of all, it used to be like you would say some stuff about people, and now it's like they be going for the jugular. Like to say you couldn't get pregnant, you had abortions, you getting beat up by your man. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. This is millionaires talking, by the way. This is millionaires who have assets and who are fortunate enough to be able to go travel the world, to be able to perform in front of millions. They have millions of dollars and they are going back. Like real ratchet stuff. This is stuff that, people who have children with this is empty little tummy behavior. This is given your kids had to get a little black bag full of snacks because you don't feed them on the weekend behavior. That's what Cardi and Nicki is given, feeding empty little tummy behavior. Oh, they take their light back? Oh, people are out of control. Like, that's crazy. Right, right. Why they don't like you putting peaches in the doggone chat? Like, come on now. But for real though, I don't know if I could do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finesse it in another way. I'm not like Cardi is pregnant, talking about people had to have an abortion and people this and that. You're talking about like when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to say anything about children or babies. Isn't that right? Isn't that the etiquette? Like if we talk about people's babies and stuff like that, like you run a risk of your baby coming out with like one toe or something like that. That's why I try not to never talk about, I try not to talk about stuff I don't want to happen to me. Like if I be afraid it's going to happen to me, I try not to talk about it. Because you just don't know, right? I try not to do that. And then, y'all, this is how God does me. This is how He has always done me. If I talk about somebody, He blessed them every time. Like if people could come for me, people could come for me, but I get in trouble. It's like God always do that to me. Like I'm always the one that get in big trouble. That's why I be trying to tread lightly. For real, y'all think I'm bad, but I really don't do all the stuff I could do. Cause I get in trouble the most. Nobody gets in trouble like I do. Like I be like, that's why blah blah blah. Next thing I know, that person walking around blessed. I be like, I'm not blocking my blessings, and you're not about to get blessed because of me. Doggone that. Children should be off limits. They should be, but I mean, that's why I don't do that. Mom of three, mother of three. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't go back and forth with people because I know I'm gonna take it to hell. I'm gonna say something about your kids. I'm gonna say something about everybody. If it's gonna hurt you, if I think it's going to hurt you, I'm gonna say it. So that's why I don't say things like that. I just try to leave people alone and do me. I try not to even get involved in stuff like that. You got to get blocked. You get on my nerves too bad. You got to get blocked and you got to go. We're not about to do all that. Then I got to get on my hands and knees and ask for forgiveness because you started something with me. No. I told you I blocked my whole entire family this summer. Oh, Sherry? Okay. Nice to meet you, Sherry. Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm checking something. I'm checking something out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, if somebody come for your throat, if somebody come for you and they come for your jugular, right? And they say something out the way to you, right? They don't mention your kid, but they say something about your mom or they say something about you that just cuts you to your core. You're not gonna say nothing to their kid about their kids. I will. I am. I'll probably go there first. I'm probably gonna go there without even you even saying much to me. You say anything to me to try to like cause me pain or cause me hurt. You think you're gonna embarrass me? You think you're gonna spill my tea? I'm gonna go for everything that I know that's gonna hurt you. That's why I don't like to tell people things about me, and that's why I don't like. It's just like barely like a hi and bye. How are you doing? I don't even, especially if it's a person that I know is problematic. If it's a cool people, and I know they straight, then yeah, I might share with them, and I might be cool with them. But if I know that you're the type of person that, you know, that you'll come at me raw, then you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get the business. So unfortunately, if your kids gotta be, if they catch you straight, they catch you straight. You shouldn't be talking shit. So that I don't have to do that stuff, I just don't even go there. Cause why bother? People are not worth that. They're not worth me blocking my blessings or none of that. So yeah. I leave people alone. You said unless the kid acting grown and coming for you. You know what? Like I feel like that's a part of my old life. Like I'm not gonna. I feel like I don't want to have to get into it, people like that. I feel like that's really a part of my old life. That's not something I have to engage in or indulge in. I don't have those type of people around me, and I've learned to believe people the first time when they show me who they are. I've learned to understand that people be on some BS, right? So, and it's cool people out there too, and I know the difference. I've learned not to give people second and third chances because those are usually the people that make you come for their kids because they done did something to you, like to the point where you just, you can't get in the mud with nobody, right? Right, because when you start slinging mud, it's hard to tell who's the pig if you doing what they do. So I choose not to even engage. So I choose to be proactive in knowing who I have around me, which is very little. Like at this time of night, the freaks really come out. But I try to watch who I have around me and the type of people that I allow into my space anyway. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get caught up into those things like that. Just let anybody in your life. Some people should just be high and by. Just like some relationships, I said that last night, some men should just be fun boys and leave it at that. And some people you meet should just be acquaintances. They should just be, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, girl. Oh, okay. Yeah, we should get together sometime, but knowing you ain't never going to get together with them. Leave it at that. Some people should never even step foot in your house. Some people should never even step foot in your house. Some people you should never go out to eat with, none of that, because they're just on a mission to learn more about your business. And once you tell them your business, they're going to go telling it to everybody else, or they're going to keep it tucked under their hat for Mad Day. Absolutely, Ryan. So I don't play all that. My family will say, "Oh, you don't like anybody." No, I just don't play. I don't play about my peace. I see family members, they'll let kids come to their house, and next thing you know, the little girls is arguing, and some little girl you don't let come in your house is put your business all in the street. That's why you do this. That's why your mom look like that. That's why your little brother this and that. But they couldn't have said all those things if you didn't allow them in your house. You give people, I'm a firm believer that we give people things to say about us. And again, everybody's not like that. That's why I don't, you know, have everybody around me. I have good people around me, positive people around me, people that I can trust, people who I know have good spirits, because a lot of people don't want to see you doing well. They don't want to see you doing well. You would think, shit, you would think, oh, all I have is this. I don't have much. And that little bit that you have is bothering somebody. It's bothering them, even if they have it. It's bothering them to see you win. So you got to be careful. You do have to be careful. hmm Let me see. You have haters on this platform? Tell us about it, Ryan. We on the late night. We on a late night. When if it feels right. Oh, if it feels right. No, I'm just playing. It's sad how people think they could tell your story right. Um, when and I don't mind saying it now because I don't. But I used to have no issue with telling people I was a teen mom. I had no issue telling somebody that. And then I remember when I started working where I just retired from, I told one of my coworkers that I was like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "Ooh, my mom would have killed me if I would have did that." And I'm like, "B, do you think my mom was happy about that? My mom wasn't happy about that. My mom was devastated. Okay, she didn't want to see me in that predicament, like as any mom would be. But my mom loved me, and my mom helped me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't throw me to the streets. She didn't make me feel bad and all of that. She just was like, disappointed because she had different goals for me, right? But I still was able to graduate high school a year early, was still able to go to college and do my biggest one. And that's what I was basically saying, like, you know, but she judged me for that. And I remember another time my godmother had came to my house and she had somebody with her. And they said, "Oh, ain't that the one that did such and such? Didn't she have a child when she was young?" And she was like, "Oh, who? My goddaughter, the one who graduated from college with blah, 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 the one who is about to do such and such." Yeah, that's her. Because that's how people do you. They'll think about um like something that you did, something that about your past. You could have moved on from that. Of course, it's not something to glamorize when you make mistakes and when you have shortcomings, right? But those things are our testimonies that tell much more than what we did. It tells what we've been through, and it's something that we went through to help somebody else who may be in that same situation or something similar. So it's not for other people to look at and judge us and ridicule us about. But that's what people do. Like, "Oh, you think you all that, or you try to act like you all this, but you did this and that. Or now you trying to act like this, but I remember when you did so and so. And what am I doing today? You remember when I did this 10 years ago, but what about today? What can you say today? That's all you got is what I did a long time ago." We absolutely all have haters on this platform. We absolutely do. I'm transparent, but I like to educate people on what not to do and how serious mental health is. I think this is, S month. I don't want to say the word. I don't know if I can say that word. We should be able to say that word, but I know that word is triggering for some people. But it's not Mental Health Awareness Month. Is it Mental Health Awareness Month, or is it the S word Awareness Month? And it's a shame that you had to be secluded to protect your peace. I think that we had to meet people where they are, and um, we have to have boundaries for ourselves, things that we won't allow in our lives. And when we see it, but it's like after a while, you get tired of that. You get tired of trusting people and letting people in, and then people showing you that they're unworthy of your time. I literally have people looking up my posts, my past, which is the past, going as far as Googling where I live. I was like, dang, I'm not famous. You literally have people on here. You know what? That's why I changed my name. Some people still know it, but that's why I changed it, because I was like, you don't know what people are trying to dig up on you, or trying to have or think that they know about you. And they would try to dig up things for what? Like, we're all on YouTube. Like, you don't know me personally. Why are you trying to dig up stuff on me? Dig stuff up on me. That's crazy. Right, stay in right now, butterfly. You back, A2R? You back? You were having fun over there. That's crazy. As if I did not tell you that these, yeah, they weird, weird as f. Now you gonna go to bed for real now? An hour later, now you about to really go to bed. It is 2 days before. Well, we got one more day before October. It's 3/13, girl. Every month, Ryan. I was just telling the chat earlier today how I overcame a bummer summer. Like it was a bummer summer for me. Like I like to keep active just to set goals for myself and for my girls. Like, okay, this month we're gonna do this. I like to have things to look forward to, and I like to set up goals because it keeps me focused on other things. Because the moment that I don't have any focus or anything going on, then I'm sitting and I got all this stuff going on. Like I don't like to be just quiet, right? Because if I do, then I can get down on myself easy, you know? She said go live and go in and like I did. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. Might as well make a bag while doing it, if that's you. And I think it's a way to do things your own way in your own style. But sometimes you gotta go in and do you and let somebody know. Like I see different things going on YouTube. I peep it. I peep game all the time. I peep everything. I don't choose to talk about it. I just keep choose to keep doing me. Cause that's all I can do is do me. I don't care what nobody else is doing anyway. Not like that. I just want my own successes and my own wins. So I let people rock how, rock however they're gonna rock. Let them do them. Cause one thing, right? You cannot stress me out and have my blood pressure high. You would never use your government name. I don't know why my dumb self did that. I changed it though. Yep, I changed it. I use my government name because I ain't running from the feds and don't have nothing to hide. It's not about having anything to hide, Antonice. It's just about, because especially once you start getting more people on your channel, people will try to dox you. And it's just about, you're a mom. So it's just about keeping you and your children safe. It's not about what somebody else is going to do or may not do. It's just about keeping yourself safe. And people think they can shade me. Trust it won't work. I tell my own business so people can get the truth. They be leaving the juicy parts out, and that ain't fair to me. If they tell it right. 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 Like people think they know like your whole mindset, what drove you to do something, how you changed, how God is working on you and things like that. Like I think that evil exists in us all and I think that good exists in every last one of us. And it's like we can all go in either direction, but God. Without God's grace, then and His mercy, who knows where we would be. So that's why we have to stay prayed up so that we don't go unto the dark side. But no one is immune from that. No one walking this earth is immune from that. I live in an open record state. There's nothing people can't get. I'm just being honest. You not somebody said you were on the run, Ryan. Are you on the run, Ryan? Like you on the run and on YouTube, right? People are a trip. But it's good to see too, because you get to understand. Like all I hate is when I like somebody and think somebody cool, and I later find out that they weren't. Or this is when I really get mad at myself. When I knew somebody wasn't what they seemed to be or try to act like they were, and I didn't cut them off sooner, and I let them stick around. You used to be in real life. Right, we got to keep God on our side. We got to stay prayed up every day. You be ready to kick your own ass for that one. All right, guys. It is 12:19, and I know y'all got to take y'all little butts to bed. My eyes are shutting over here. I got to go to bed. Oh, my goodness. I pray I sleep to 8 o'clock at least. I'm going to turn on my thunderstorm, and I'm about to get in there. It's 3:20 where you at? Ooh. Who has to be to work? Oh, you're up for the day, Ryan? Wow. Night, night. You guys are beasts. Good night, guys. And it's like 9 of you in here, and I know all of you guys do not like my chat. You're about to do your sit ups. You're off tomorrow, A2R. I know, B Fly, you work nights anyway, right? B Fly gets it in during the night. Oh, you're off tomorrow too, so you can sleep in. I got to get up though. I got my daughter to drop off at school. So, but at least I can come back home after that. But I want to get some content done tomorrow too, so I actually have work. Love you too, Ryan. You know what? Just stay positive, and that's the most the hardest part about it all is that when you're real and other people be so fake, right? And you're just trying to stay real and not be fake like them too, but don't let nobody get you down. You know who you are. You know what you're about. You know why you're here, and you know what you want to get out of it. And sometimes you just got to refocus your efforts and your energy back on you because, there is going to be energy vampires out there and all of that. Let them do them. Those people, they don't never get far. Even when they do get far, it be a mess. So thank you so much. Thank you once again for B Fly. Thank you A2R for being in here. Thank you Ryan for chilling with me. Thank you. Let me see. Asa. Thank you. Where'd she go? Where her name go? Thank you Yo Yo. Uh, thank you Mother of Three. I know you said call you by your name. I don't know where it went to. Thank you everybody. God bless and see you guys in the morning. Well, later on today. Thank you, Asa and Mother of Three. Once again, thanks. Good night, guys.